So as we get you the latest updates on this particular mission, let's also tell you right now about how the AX-4 mission helps India so greatly in going ahead and planning other such missions as well, particularly Gaganyaan. Here's how. First, of course, is the fact that you're getting infinite knowledge about space flight experience. Shubhanshu Shukla gains that vital space flight training. And remember that of the 4 astronauts, he is also a Gaganyatri. So he's part of the Gaganyaan mission. So then he will be the first astronaut who's been to space a part of this mission, which means, of course, a sea of knowledge that he brings along with him for the Gaganyaan mission. Also, mind you, that there is another astronaut part of Gaganyaan. The backup astronaut for this mission was Balakrishnan Nair, so he went through the training as well. So 2 astronauts, part of Gaganyaan, now have gone through the entire space flight training. Systems familiarity. The fact that you have now Group Captain Shukla being exposed to the Dragon capsule, to what it's like to travel in space. So it's not the first time we'll be doing it with Gaganyaan. How the International Space Station operates, microgravity, how that feels on the body. All of that is invaluable experience. So that's something that he gains also with this mission. ISRO also gains a whole lot. There's a team of ISRO that's been working very, very actively in this collaboration with NASA, with Axiom, with SpaceX. So they learn so much. There are global insights here, and it helps them greatly in going forward with other missions. Safety, crew protocol, all of that is something that they will pick up from, not just for Gaganyaan, but for many more missions going forward as well. Operation development. This essentially will help in also setting up India's mission planning, in ensuring that you have the right protocols in place for going ahead and planning any of these space missions. And it's a huge, huge deal, because what it does is it gives ISRO a platform to kind of set up, saying this is what other agencies do. We follow a similar framework as well. Crew nutrition. Why do I talk about this? Part of the hand-picked experiments by ISRO is one to check on the germination of multi-variety seeds in space. So Group Captain Shukla has taken with him these seeds which ISRO has picked. The idea is to learn from this to help in planning future missions, not just for India, but for other countries as well. It'll be interesting to see how really these seeds react. Do they germinate in space? Which ones do? ISRO's hoping to get some big takeaways from that, which doesn't just help Gaganyaan, but it's long-term thinking. Not just our missions, but missions globally. Other agencies too will learn a great deal from these kind of experiments that are conducted in space. Let me bring in Professor Singh as well on this broadcast, who is detailing for us some of these experiments as well. The fact that now ISRO's worked so actively in collaboration with all of these other agencies, Professor, makes a big, big difference. It's a game changer of sorts, because it's also coming so close to the Gaganyaan mission.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, earlier also you asked basically why after such a long time there is a human space program from India.
Yeah.
I mean, one should note that, some of these missions are naturally highly collaborative in nature. And India and a lot of our fellow Indians have been working in various labs across the world for in all these years. One should also note that the ISS, this International Space Station, has never been unmanned. I mean, there has always been living somebody or the other there all the time, and their life there is ensured by working on the ground. So it has been a lot of technological advancement. They have pushed various boundaries, and the microgravity research allows us in many ways not only just this nutritional values for the upcoming missions, global upcoming missions, but also for the pharmaceutical developments, various life sciences drugs, and the fluid dynamics kind of thing, how the water and the fluid flows in microgravity. That could help us understand the very natures of combustion, for example. So there are a huge amount of industrial applications that one hopes to learn from these experiments in microgravity, where there is somebody or the other living all the time. And it's very challenging environment. And every launch basically teaches us a lot and prepares us much better for our own Gaganyaan mission, which any number of us are hoping that will also take shape very soon, very much in the near future.
Very true. And all of this, of course, is huge, huge learnings, not just for Group Captain Shukla, but also for ISRO and for all the other agencies involved, because this kind of a collaborative effort ensures exchange of knowledge, exchange of information, exchange of resources too. And the fact that you didn't just say Axiom Space pulling this off. You had ISRO, the ESA, which is the European Space Agency. You had NASA on board. You had SpaceX that provided the infra also with regards to the rocket and the Dragon capsule, all of that SpaceX resource being pulled in for this kind of a mission. So it also sends across a message that, look, when it comes to space exploration, this isn't just about a country versus country fight. This is humanity looking to extend beyond those barriers and try as much as possible that we put all of our brains together, all of the knowledge and resources that we have together in moving forward and inching forward as well, which is a great message of unity and cooperation, which is why this kind of collaboration also, Dr. Ghosh, is a game changer for India. When you join hands with a NASA, when you join hands with an Axiom Space, you pay 500 crores for the seat, which some say is, a waste of money. The reality is that it's a sea of knowledge that you get in exchange.
Yes, I don't think the money is important. It's 550 or 560. In fact, that's not really important. The fact is that, people don't realize that there are various levels of interaction that we are building into it. One is, of course, at the institutional level. That is ISRO, NASA, and SpaceX. Now, just imagine SpaceX has taken over almost all the jobs which are not Boeing, but SpaceX has taken from NASA, though NASA holds a superior hand. So for ISRO, that's a learning process. We have got a lot of startups, but how far will they go and how much can we let them go is this learning process is going to say. Now, about at the personal level, Shitangshu, Group Captain Nair, and other astronauts too have gained a lot of experience through training. Of course, unfortunately or fortunately, only Shitangshu can go to space, but I'm sure that many others will be chosen from this group to go into Gaganyaan. So there again, extensive training, and not only in India. In fact, Yuri Gagarin Cosmos Center, which is there in Russia, then Bangalore, India, and of course at NASA. So the extensive training. And lastly, it is the interaction between the academia, the researchers, and as well as, the NASA and the person on the job. So it actually is a boon that at various levels, people are interacting, exchanging information, exchanging data, and of course, the experiments that you were talking about. They are important. All the countries that are doing it. So there are about 31 countries, 60 experiments. 7 are the only ones which Shitangshu is doing. But there again, we'll be exchanging data. So it's been, I would say, a treasure trove of exchange of information, collaboration, and I think it's through this that we can only progress forward into space.
Yes, very true. And I hope we have many more such game-changer tie-ups, collaborations also, because it goes a long way in also our own growth, in our independent growth also, and that of ISRO's.